for me, when I like started a journey of like really breaking free from codependency, I was like baffled at the thought that I could actually like source my own validation and my own
Yeah.
love. And I didn't have to grab and grasp and suck it out of other people, you know?
Yeah.
And so I don't know, any thoughts on that, or like helping
Yes.
people not always seek external validation? Not that you can't get it and that doesn't feel good, but like, it's just not, you don't need it to come from someone else.
For sure. We want to think of ourselves as the sundae, the hot fudge sundae. And
Mm-hmm.
then the whipped cream and the cherry is the external validation.
Got it.
But my own validation is the sundae. So, and what I tell people again is slow it down and break it down. We miss so many things that we do in one day that are really great things, but we don't validate self because again, most of us live in our physical bodies as adults, but from the mindset of this adolescent chair, which is the ego. So the ego is scanning all day long like a lighthouse going, where did I mess up? Where did I get it wrong? I better get it right or you're going to reject me, like all day long, right? So it doesn't slow down and say, wait, I just did something good. When I'm in my adult, I can consciously say, the adult chair is consciousness. So from my adult, I can make my bed and say, wow, I just made that bed. I'm responsible. Boom, I'm starting to build that self-worth. Basic little things that we take for granted every day and then we brush off. I just drove the kids to school. I'm responsible again. What do you know? So again, I'm building this foundation of self. I just finished taking an art class. I'm really artistic. I enjoyed that. I really like that. I'll finish this interview with you and I will, because I'm learning, this is an ongoing journey, I think, like you and I were talking about, like, I don't think we ever get to the end of the road and go, I am 100% free of codependency, right? But we're like so much better. Mm-hmm. And we're so much better because we're building on it a little bit every single day. But I'll hang up because I already feel this way. I'm like, I love Andy. Like I'll probably hang up and be like, I love her. I love that I met her. We're such great friends online, right? And what a fun interview that was. Mm-hmm. And I showed up and I gave it my best. And because of that, I'm really proud of who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it to anybody. That's not bragging. That's not egotistical. There's nothing wrong with that. It's self-validating. It's like going, good job. You did a really good job. Pat yourself on the back. Mm-hmm. That builds up internal validation. And again, it rewires the brain to start looking for the good. We do so much good. When your kid falls down and you go up and you go, oh my gosh, are you okay? We give the kid a hug, give him a little love tap, and I love you so much. And I'll go play. Does anyone say like, gosh, I'm a really good mom? Yeah. No, right. We don't do that. We don't do that. But we will beat up on ourselves when we feel like that we made a mistake. But what about all the good stuff? All the lunches you made, all the time you drove your kid to school, all the time you tended to your kid when they were sick, all the time you gave them a bath when they were a baby, all these things, we go, whoosh, instead of going, I did that. And people go, well, that's just not a big deal. I go, it is. Right. It builds up who you are. Mm-hmm. I love that. It's like, I think that codependency is just as much of a habit as self-validation can be as well.
Excellent. Ooh,
it's habitual thinking. Oh God.
Yeah. Write it down, everybody.
Can you write that to me? Write it down. Yeah. Really though. It's like, it's habitual thinking. We learn to put other before self. That's just a habitual thinking, right? So it's like, how can I change that? I'm going to put myself first. Well, that feels selfish. Okay. It might in the beginning, but it's not. Like, look at someone that's healthy, that's on the other side of it and go, it's not, it's actually healthy. And we go, wow, it's such a brain, you know what? Like, I don't understand it. Right.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that was good. I love that. So here's one other question that I'm thinking about in this moment. And this, I guess, this relates to romantic partnerships. So for people who struggle in that area as it relates to codependency, right? I would like, my goal is always, okay, how can I find the balance of being my own individual person and at the same time, like, connect and love Ike and like, and really dive into our intimacy and all of that.
Yeah.
But, right. There's one side, which is like, don't get lost in the other person and enmeshed in the other person. So you lose your identity, but at the same time, don't like avoid intimacy because you're afraid of losing, right, your individual self. And like that dance, like, do you have any
Yes.
like advice or suggestions on how to dance that dance?
Yeah. Well, oftentimes with codependence, of course, we're love addicts too, which is that, and I want to enmesh with you and just pull you right in, and I lose myself.
Yeah.
So again, the key with love addiction and that enmeshment with other is feeling your emotions. It's feeling the emotions that are going on, and also noticing, hold on, am I in fantasy land? Like I'm out here thinking, I can't live without this and it's like when people start going there, when I hear someone say, I know I've only dated this guy for two weekends, but I think he's the one. I said, you're in your love addiction.
Yeah.
That's not true. It's not true. And I can't tell you how many people I've worked with and they're like, no, I'm telling you, no, slow it down. Mm-hmm. So when we doubt ourselves, slow it down and check in. One of the things we do in the adult chair is we stay very connected, like I said, to our emotional state and to what I'm thinking. I'm going to observe what I'm thinking and not get lost in thought. So when we're codependently enmeshing, we've lost ourselves. And I know when I'm starting to lose myself, I know because I've practiced feeling my emotions, and I'll notice like, hold on, I don't even know what I'm feeling, or I'm so overtaken by this quote unquote love. It's not real. It goes into this fantasy. So that's love addiction. The love avoidant, again, is I'm so afraid I'm going to enmesh. So let me put my wall up. We want to get comfortable sitting with someone and being with them. And again, that's when we tune into our emotions, and the emotion is going to come up like, oh my God, they're going to overtake me. Whatever. We may not even know, but it feels so uncomfortable. That's when we do the self-talk of, wait a minute, I'm just sitting here. Or wait a minute, they only asked me out to dinner. Dinner is safe. We need that. Instead of doing the self-validation, it's positive self-talk of what's real in this moment. Mm-hmm. And we want to bring it. We got it, again, from our adult chair, we slow things down, because when we're in the adolescent, it's the ego, and we go into this panic state. From the adult, we slow it down and go, wait, what's happening in this moment? What's fact and truth right now? I'm losing myself. Okay, let me check in. What am I feeling? Or I'm pushing this guy away or this woman away. I'm really feeling like they're too close. It's like, slow down. And I do this with people, like, take a deep breath, put your feet on the floor, let's ground. What's really going on? I'm in panic. I can't breathe. They've asked me out so many times. They're making me uncomfortable. Okay, did they do something dangerous? No. Fact. Are you just feeling like they're too close? Yes. Okay, so what are some words we can use to help you get used to what it feels like to be this close? Mm-hmm. And because it's really okay. But let's get your nervous system okay with it.
Right.
Oh, okay. So it's learning how to talk to yourself and checking in with yourself.
I love that you keep going back to like fact versus fantasy or untruth or whatever. Cause yeah, we can tell ourselves all sorts of interesting things or just be in
yes,
la la land.
It's la la land. And 97, I wish I could remember where I read this, like 97% of the stories and assumptions that we make up are untrue. Mm-hmm. 97. They don't come true. They're not real. It's like, that's why we've got to slow down and get in the moment. Go, wait, am I in my adult? Where am I? Oh, I'm not even in this. Okay, here I am. What's fact and truth right now? Oh, it's this. Okay. Mm-hmm. And it just slows the nervous system down, just brings us down back to reality. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, when we're love addicted, reality stinks because it's so boring.
Yeah.
Because man, when I'm in because I was fortunate enough to have both. Swing from, I remember when I used to date like love addiction, and then they get too close and I go love avoidance, and love addiction, love, yeah. So it's like learning how to stay centered in who we are, feeling those emotions, knowing what's fact and truth in this reality, and holy moly, it's boring.
Yeah.
And the ego doesn't want boring. The ego wants like chaos and drama, and let's go have drama. We create drama because it's our reality and it's how we lived for so many years. So it's like, we got to get used to boring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boring.
I joke about our relationship being boringly peaceful. And like, that's good. Like, good. Go with that.
It is, right? We don't need the adrenaline spike all the time. Right. Yep.
Yeah.
But it's actually healthy. It's not to say we don't have fun in that place. Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's really boring.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
boring.
It's not the emotional intoxication, yeah, drama that I know so well. Right?
Me too.